the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Dave.
And I'm Ian, and this is our show.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very sad day on the TeamClearCoat podcast. It's with...
Just hold on. Just wait. We're not...
Yeah, I'm in the middle of sad voiceover thing.
I know you're doing a moment. You're having a moment here.
Yeah.
But I think I have something for this. Just hold on.
God, he does this every time. Where did you get that?
I bring this with me sometimes. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Okay, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, listeners of the TeamClearCoat podcast, it's with great sadness we have to announce the end of an era. A wonderful, beloved recurring segment on our show, Chrispatches, is unfortunately coming to an end.
It's true. It's true. We received word that Chris, who worked at an undisclosed car dealer in an undisclosed location and has an undisclosed last name, will now be working at a new undisclosed location, which unfortunately is not an undisclosed car dealership, which means that we will no longer get pictures of him looking at meat or beans
or a throwing axe.
Or a throwing axe. Or wondering how he escaped certain death when someone brought in a Touareg with a modified electrical system. Truly a sad day for us all. Let's revisit some of his past glories, though. Rather than dwell on the sad times, let's think back on the successes.
On the good. And
how long is this video? Oh, I'm going to have to restart this music.
No, that's okay. We could...
No, we need it. There we go. It was a seamless edit.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah,
let's discuss some of our favorite Chrispatches. So you audio listeners, you're gonna want to watch the YouTube for this one. Here is a Volkswagen Touareg V10 diesel
with a marine battery in it.
And let us not forget. Well, first of all, Chris, we're thankful that you survived this.
Yeah.
And second, let us not forget the cardboard that was put in place near the terminal to prevent it from arcing. And taking you with us, preventing us from the remaining Chrispatches that you gave us.
Correct.
Shall we go on to the next one, Ian?
Please.
The image simply titled Beans. And here we are.
That's really all you need to know.
In what has become a trademark of a Chrispatch, the keystone. Chris's gaze into the camera lens, where you can see the despair, questioning, and longing of Chris and his spatch.
And all of us, really. He's gazing to all of us to provide answers.
Absolutely.
Because there are things that no one will ever know. The meaning of life.
You're correct.
Why we're here. If we're alone.
What the fuck these beans are for.
Oh. Replay.
So Chris, with his signature style, brought us so many wonderful pictures of the inside of individuals' Volkswagen Audi Group cars.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one, a watermelon, and Chris smiling.
And I again, Chris is Chris, but Chris is also us and you.
And
he is all of us,
right? And
it's representatives. I mean, if you see a giant can of beans, you can't help but despair at the uncertainty of the world. But when you see a watermelon, that's
right.
A joyous occasion.
Exactly. Yeah. The yin and yang, the beans and the watermelon.
It's a full service operation here. And he was running.
So, and then also you dealt with some tough stuff, like people that couldn't clean their cars.
This represents obviously entropy, since we're going along on the meaning of life sort of
tack. Things
is
simply
what
get
we've
more
landed on
chaotic
here. It's the universe's ever accelerating approach to disorder
Absolutely.
represented here.
I call it the Herzogian push.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
Now this one, a tiny leprechaun must have been in the vehicle at some point, and Chris and our fear is growing that the
It's true.
leprechaun may still be residing in the vehicle, unbeknownst to him and us.
Right.
Yeah.
And it clearly was a leprechaun because only someone that small would not need a headrest.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
And his look of fear also represents, when we do come across magic in the world,
Right.
it's frightening and unsettling.
Our minds are not prepared to handle
Right.
these things.
Right. Wow.
This is a classic. This one's meat
And death
and death. Yes.
and decay.
Chris's expression and our expression certainly echoes how gross it is that someone left raw meat on the passenger seat of their car when they brought it in for service.
But Dave, are we not all meat?
We are made
Are
of
we all not just
sitting on the
sacks of
passenger
meat?
seat of life,
traveling around in a hot car?
hoping that the seat heater's on, slowly cooking our undersides?
We may have lost this one a little bit, but continue. Well, it's fine.
Or maybe the seat cooler?
This is the best
preserving
in memoriam
our
segment that's ever existed.
humanity.
Just keep going.
Chris also sprinkled in little
Hope.
cake trajets of hope into the recipe, like the Volkswagen Jetta that has gone 600,000 miles on its original engine and transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah, truly.
Truly amazing
Yeah,
and beautiful.
Absolutely.
Something to behold.
absolutely. Here, Chris is confronted with a very violent object, an axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And
a reminder that there is violence and cruelty in the universe.
that's because we need reminders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how many of these are there?
You're going to be hitting replay a couple more times.
Okay.
In this one, Chris is surprised at the individual's resourcefulness for putting a spare tire in the passenger seat of their car. Obviously not giving two shits about the leather.
Yeah.
And yeah. The look on his face just fucking seals these, man. They are the best thing that has happened. Oh my God. I love this show, and Chrispatches is one of my favorite things that has ever happened. The world is a better place because of Chrispatches.
It's true.
In addition to seeing things like throwing axes and meat, Chris also saw squirrels running rampant and hiding, making a nest in the airbox of a vehicle. Yeah. Yeah.
That's,
That's
life will
the
find a
battery.
way.
You're exactly right.
We've
Life-
moved on from Herzog to Ian Malcolm.
You are
the
correct.
the great thinkers.
Yes. And then penultimate Chrispatch here. The cigarette lighter adapter that has another cigarette lighter adapter plugged into it, a USB cable, an AC outlet that has a USB cable adapter plugged into it. I think what he's saying is that no matter how simple things are, humans are going to find a way to fuck that shit right up and
It's
make
true.
it way more complicated than we need to.
It's true. But every once in a while, amid all of this and the tires and the seats and the beans and the meat
Yeah.
and the squirrels and all of that,
right. The beans and the meat and the squirrel.
someone will find a way to cut through the noise
and show us life's true meaning.
and in just the most elegant, beautiful way possible.
Absolutely.
And here it is.
Booty and pizza.
Booty and pizza indeed, Chris. Booty and pizza to you, sir.
May we all booty and pizza into this good night.
Autoplay. Autoplay. Sorry.
That was well timed.
It was. We didn't practice that. It may surprise you to hear.
Oh, so Chris, we wish you luck in your future endeavors.
Maybe the dumbest thing we've ever done. And that's saying something.
Every time a good person leaves somewhere, it's always bittersweet,
It is.
right?
It is.
It's always bittersweet for the good ones.
yeah.
You know, it's never like, for a good person, you should never be like, oh, I'm so fucking glad to see you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so thank you, Chris, for your spatches and your beans.
Yeah. We will pour out a can of beans in your honor later.
I highly doubt that you will run the same risk of dying in an electrical fire that Volkswagen Touaregs brought to you on a daily basis in your next occupation.
How are we gonna follow that?
Well,
That turned out way better than either of us expected it to. By the way.
so well, let's do some. I'm Dave.
I'm Ian.
And
that was Chris.
Yeah, that was Chris.
He sent us great pictures. This is the Team ClearCoat podcast. So normally we talk about cars or car related things.
Yeah.
And sometimes, we do whatever that was.
Right. Ian.
Yes.
Ian, I have news.
I want to hear it.
I'm a diesel mechanic now.
You're a diesel mechanic.
I'm a diesel mechanic now.
Like a legit mechanic?
And I think master electrician.
Oh. Please explain.
I worked on a Volkswagen.
Oh, okay. So there's the master electrician part.
Diesel.
Oh.
TDI. As long as I've known you, I've never worked on your Volkswagen.
Oh.
Except the time I fixed your headliner,
Yeah.
which may have fallen down since I've worked on it.
No.
Still up?
Still up.
Oh, man. I need hot headliner status every week.
Still attached.
So my buddy Peter, right?
Right.
His sister has a Volkswagen Golf
TDI.
TDI 2004 or 5, and she had a wonky glow plug. The message on the dash when it says that is, I think, electric workshop.
Oh, really?
Yours for the alternator was alternator workshop.
Alternator workshop, yeah.
I think I saw another YouTube video of somebody replacing glow plugs because that's what PETA sent me to show me how to fix it. But yeah, so she was in town, didn't have tools to replace a glow plug, and so replace it super easy. Engine cover off, 10mm wrench.
Nice.
Gently torqued to 11 pounds.
11 pounds?
Yep, 11 foot-pounds or 11 pound-feet. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah, pound-foot.
That's so gentle.
If it's just one, 11 pound. I don't know. Some nerds yelling at their computer right now.
It would be pounds feet
Pounds feet, like
Right.
attorneys generals.
because it's how many pounds over a foot.
1 foot, right? Exactly. Pound of force over 1 foot. Yeah. So so 11.
How do units of measure work?
Yeah, Siri. So when we
It's
were
not still here, so obviously it went
did.
well.
It did. Also, I forgot my Bluetooth OBD2 scanner in her port,
Oh no.
and so she drove away. So I'm gonna have to get that back from her.
I think you should definitely, next time you talk to your girlfriend, lead with, I left something in a girl's port and I need to get it back.
Yeah, that'll go exactly.
I left something inserted and I need to get it back.
Ian. So when we were saying our goodbyes, her name is Julia. She's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
When we were saying our goodbyes, she said, do you like? She was like looking for something to give me to say thank you. Right?
Uh-huh.
It was like no, no. She was like, do you want some fuses?
She did not.
She did too.
Yeah.
Yes.
She had a Mark IV Volkswagen.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Do you want some fuses? Because she had like a Costco-sized bucket in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's what you do.
I want to see a Craigslist ad for a VW that's like VW all new fuses.
Yeah.
Where everybody else would list timing belts and oil changes, all new fuses, extra fuses.
How many miles were on it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, she had it for about 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things all have just tons of miles on them.
They do, right? Yeah. Within 2 months of owning it, guess what she did?
Drove across country.
Nope.
I don't know.
Guess what part of it cracked?
Windshield? I don't know.
Oil pan.
Oh, no.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, they do
Yep.
that.
Yep.
They do that.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard tell.
You've heard tell, and then somehow paid a city street crew to pave over your shame. So I'm like totally a diesel mechanic now, Ian.
Yeah.
Glow plugs are weird.
They are.
Yeah.
They're super weird. It's
Yeah.
like an element to your oven.
Yeah.
Because I have had to replace that before.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
everything in my house is broken all the time.
True. How about your washing machine dryer?
Broken.
Oh.
Got to buy a new one. I'm not going to replace the pump again. So the
Yeah.
pump went out on my washer dryer. So
Right.
if you ever are in a small living situation
Right.
and somebody says to you, hey, why don't you get one of those combination jobby washer and dryer in one unit things, just go ahead and punch them in the face because they suck. Because not only do they break all the time, apparently,
Right.
but also you can get a load of laundry done in the very quick time of about 16 hours.
Are you sure that like electrical components in your house aren't just getting like failure electrical osmosis from your R32?
Right, like it's inducing a charge.
Yes. Yes.
It's
and these
inducing failure.
Yeah. So everything in your home is an attenuator for these
Yeah.
things.
A failure induction.
Yeah. Lightning rod Midas touch.
It could be. I don't know. I park it on the street. I thought that would be far enough away. Maybe I need to like
Faraday cage that shit.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's ridiculous how much stuff breaks in my house. But yeah, so I got to go buy a new washer and dryer.
Dang, man. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? There was good news this weekend.
Okay. All right.
Good news this weekend.
Uh-huh.
It was the United States Grand Prix of America.
What's that now?
It was the Formula Effington 1.
Oh.
Was in the Austin in the Texas.
Where's that now?
Austin, Texas. One of the great cities of
Yeah.
this country.
I need to go back.
Sir.
I was only there when I was a little kid. I need to go back as an adult. That's one of those
Yeah.
cities that demands revisiting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Austin is awesome.
Yeah.
And that track is awesome, and the race was legitimately awesome.
That's what you say about a lot of F1 races.
This was the best race of the season. It was chaos. The first lap was insane. Just craziness happened.
Why? Tell me what made it
Kimi
crazy.
Räikkönen has not gained a spot
Uh-huh.
on the opening lap of a race, I think, since like the opening race in 2016.
He's not so good at the starts.
Not so good. He passed Hamilton into turn 1 at Coda, which is like that's a big deal there.
Right.
And then behind them, Vettel had a grid penalty. He gets past Ricciardo and then goes too deep on the brakes on the next corner, and Ricciardo comes up next to him, and then Vettel hits Ricciardo, completely his fault, and then spins again, which was like a freak thing that he spun.
Okay.
For like the third race in a row he did that.
Wow.
And then so then he drops back to like 14th.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Verstappen had broken his car during qualifying.
Okay.
And was starting at the back of the grid and was up to he had started like 19th or something, I think, and then was up to like 9th by the end of the first lap.
Wow.
And then there was just like Grosjean was hitting people, and it was just
cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lance Stroll just drove like across the infield to pass Alonso. Just didn't even do one of the corners. Just went straight.
Just tapped out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go here.
I'm taking a mulligan on this one, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then tried to be like, well, this is where I'm at. And then hit Alonso. And then tried to act like, well, Alonso hit me.
Okay.
Even though I was on a different racetrack.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So there was just stuff flying everywhere, but the safety car didn't come out. So it was just carbon fiber everywhere.
Sure,
and then
right.
people making passes, and it's always good when the world feed has a hard time keeping up with the action.
With the insanity. Yeah.
Instead of
they're
them
we only have so many cameras.
Right.
Right.
Instead of what normally happens, which is them well, what if we put one of the cameras on a squirrel that's next to the track? That'll spice things up a bit.
We've got an extra one. Let's put it on the acorn.
Right. Right. Yeah. No. And then there was like hard racing like throughout it.
Sure.
In different stages, like in different parts of the grid. But then there was really hard racing at the front for like a good chunk of it, because people were on split strategies and everyone thought that Ferrari screwed up Kimi's strategy again.
Okay.
Because there was a virtual safety car and they didn't bring him in. And I thought, well, they just threw it away. They threw away the race.
Okay. And then
Kimi just like kept going, and he
Okay.
kept doing well. And then Hamilton had to end up pitting again. It was awesome, and all of that's without talking about the fact that Hamilton was like only 2 points away from winning his 5th world title.
Okay.
With the championship, it goes on to Mexico next week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was a good race. And Kimi Räikkönen won.
Yeah.
And he has not won for 5.5 years.
He's my favorite F1 driver.
It's the longest drought it's the longest drought in F1 history.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Between wins.
And didn't Ferrari just get rid of him for next season?
Yeah, he's going to Sauber. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Huh.
Which brings me to an FMK Cars.
FMK Cars is a game that Ian and Dave play on the Team Clearcoat podcast. It's based on a game, but, we changed the game because we're nice people. In this game, F means you drive the car for a day. K means you kill it. And M means you marry it, you send it, or it's your daily driver.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Words.
So this
Talking.
one's called Don't Call It a Comeback.
Ah, that's why you were playing LL Cool J before the show.
It was. So in this, you're going to get, this is one of those 2-car jobby ones.
Okay. All right. I like the 2-car jobby ones. Yeah.
So in
Classic 2-car jobby.
And one of those 2-car jobs.
Like everybody says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this one, you're going to get, like, when you go A to B, you're going to get, you get the first iteration of a car, and when you go B to A, you get the second iteration of the car.
Okay. All right.
The iteration that I'm giving you.
Right. Okay.
So these are cars, obviously, with long gaps between production.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Right?
Ah.
And then there's also going to be
okay.
a twist.
Okay.
A
All right.
twist.
A twist.
I don't know what
All
that
right.
meant. I don't know what that
Yeah.
was even. All right. So the first one, we're going to go with the Mark III Ford GT40.
Okay. All right.
So Mark I
GT40.
GT40.
Okay. All right.
That was the road going one, and there's only like 7 of them.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The weird bubble eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it's kind of cool looking.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course, it's cool looking.
Right. And it doesn't
Ian,
have the.
is the
crucially, it doesn't have the bubble.
Okay. Yeah.
For the helmet.
Yeah. So I'm going to
which-
be a little cramped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So and then you're going to get the 2005 Ford GT.
Oh, okay. Cool.
On the way back.
Yeah. Nice. Doug DeMuro bought one. Did you see that?
I know.
Yeah.
I know, I'm super jealous
Yeah.
because that car is awesome.
Yeah. That's a fantastic one. Congratulations, Doug.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then here's the twist. Minimum time between receiving a text message and responding to a text message is 2 days.
Minimum time.
Minimum time.
If I get a text,
you sit on that for 2 days and you just stare at it. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
2-day minimum.
Okay, that's bad.
All right.
Okay.
And then so if you drive it for a day,
Yeah.
you're at the 2-day mark. So
Yeah.
whatever you're at the tail end of that, of whatever it is I'm giving you for any of these, okay?
Gotcha.
Which
Okay.
brings me to my next one.
Okay.
Ferrari 250 GTO.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, 250. Okay.
And then we're going to go with the 599 GTO on the way back.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm not giving you the 288 GTO,
Okay.
which is the awesome one.
Right. 599.
Mm-hmm. And in this one, the catch is your hair maintenance window, 6 months. And that is for everything.
Oh, you're talking nose to toes.
Yep, tip to tails, my friend.
Shit.
No hair maintenance. And so if you drive it for a day, you are at the 6-month mark.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm sleepy.
Already sleepy. Not a good sign. All right.
Okay.
Next one. 1965 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI.
I was wondering if Julia was going to be in here.
Oh, you know it will be.
Yeah. T.I.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Yeah, look at
there
that
it is.
plucky little fella.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's like a little 1.6 twin spark.
Perfect.
Awesome. And then obviously you'll get a 2018 Quadrifoglio.
Right.
Quadrifoglio.
Yep.
And this one, I really tried to think like what would make this difficult for you. Because I
Okay.
really think these are the only sedans in there.
Okay.
I like you trying to trying to cheat on your
Yeah.
Google search.
Uh-huh. Can't spell. Boo doo boo doo boo.
Anyway, you may only eat one meal a day.
Oh, okay. All right. And no snacking, huh?
No, there's no snacking. Snacking.
Okay.
Asking me about
And-
snacks.
And like I have to finish that meal in like a half hour, right? Yeah.
yeah, you can't have a 23-hour meal.
I think that's kind of what I do
You're
now.
just really searching for loopholes.
Okay. Well, so
Still no loopholes.
no, I'm not looking for any loopholes. I'm not looking for any loopholes. Real quick, so with the Ford GT40 without the bubble on that Mark III, obviously I would be crunched over. I had somebody in my old man sedan today, 6'8".
Oh, wow.
In the passenger seat, and they fit.
Oh.
They fit. Their knees were close to the dash, but they fit. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Headroom, good?
Yeah, 6'8". Yeah, big dude. Yeah. Yeah.
So like 3 or 4 inches shorter than me?
I like yes. I love in this GT40 picture that people just like sleeping.
I know,
in the
it's very
background.
bizarre.
It's very European.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's the text message one, right?
Yes, 2 days between text messages.
I've got to kill that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I need to text.
Mm-hmm.
I need to text. Morning, noon, night. Gotta text, Ian.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Youngins
man.
and you're texting?
Yeah.
Pull up your pants.
Then for a day, I'll do the body hair and the Ferraris.
Right.
My butthole would be slammed shut with driving a 250 GTO around.
Right.
Isn't that like the most expensive car to ever sell at auction?
Yeah, it's
Like
yes.
$34 million or something like that?
Correct. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
That's absolutely
How
accurate.
many of them are still out there?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will be Chewbacca Dave for a day.
Uh-huh.
And then I will marry the Alfa Romeos and I will eat one meal a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will. So, okay. So
You're going to have to give me that schedule then so that way I can plan around that because
to catch the one time my blood sugar is leveled out.
yeah.
So did you ever see the Anthony Bourdain episode where he was in the Ozarks in Missouri?
I don't think I did.
So like that really spoke to me being a Missouri boy, right?
Mhm.
But he talked a lot about how people in that area of the country eat,
Uh-huh.
where it like largely it's a big dinner and that's pretty much it. And
Right.
it's like it's basically a food pile
Mm-hmm.
because it's like whatever they had kind of all went into one thing.
Right.
There weren't like sides and all
Mhm.
like appetizers and stuff. It's like, and that's like, if you watch me eat sometimes, that's how I eat. And like
Just a
I
food
was
pile.
I was eating and like watching that episode and like, oh, like the thing on the TV is like the man on the box, he's telling me he's explaining why I do the thing I'm doing right now. Yeah. So there are days where I will have one meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not too fond of it, but I think out of all of those choices, that's what I would have to marry.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The text thing would drive me up the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, you live with your significant other, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even when I'm traveling, it's like, one text a day.
No, we're
children.
We're chatty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenny will send me a text. One of the children is in a coma. And I'll send her back one the next day, and I'll say, LOL.
She just gets
terrible.
the bubbles.
Yeah.
LOL. And then, your response is, kid still coma? Question mark. Kid still coma? Question mark.
Yeah.
Oh, Ian. Yeah. No. What would you do in that scenario? You'd marry the Ford GTs?
I would marry the Alphas.
Okay.
I would 100% crush the Ferraris.
Okay. All right.
Because have you seen me? Like,
it'd be
6 months. It would just be one. You were talking about a food pile. I would be a hair pile.
Oh,
I would just be one. You ever share a shower with someone with long hair, and like the shower drain? You know, if you've ever lived with someone with long hair, the shower drain after they don't clean it out for like a couple of showers,
it would be like that was covering you.
that would just be me. I would just be that, and I would be as soggy as that as well.
We would make a great podcast, the Cousin It and Sugar Crash show.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. It was like, why is that hyper man like yelling at that pile of hair?
Just mood swings,
just
and
angrily yelling.
Mood swings and dander.
It would end with you just chasing me around the blanket fort with a lighter,
trying to cook and eat you. I'm so hungry, and you're so hairy. Yeah,
burnt hair just gives me the hungries.
I think we found our next show, Ian.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can end this one then.
Yeah. So long, jerks. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
So
Ian.
anyway, comebacks
Oh.
always good.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Let's do some garage updates, because there's some comeback news in the garage updates too.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah. Besides me being like an amazing diesel mechanic,
best.
the best,
Just the best.
just the best diesel mechanic. Let's see here. I still have not been murdered by someone on Craigslist. Ian?
And you still are doing a worrying amount of your life on Craigslist.
If I want, say, a blood orange, first place I look is Craigslist.
Right. Obviously.
Automotive section.
Craigslist. Where's my remote control?
Exactly.
Please come to my house and find my remote control.
Here's my address, phone number, and routing info.
I know what I have, and it's not a remote control.
Right?
No low ballers. Only gentle ballers.
So I have given up on my quest for a winter vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I can't keep up with your quests.
I know.
They come and go. And
I know. Ian, I'm a wiggly guy all over the place. I decided that it makes more, here's my reasoning. It makes more financial sense, which obviously I can see why it doesn't track with you.
I'm already lost.
Right. It makes more financial sense to buy a solid set of studded snow tires for my old man sedan.
Yeah.
And see what that gets me during the winter. At least attempt it for one winter versus buying a car for roughly that same upfront cost that I spent on a separate set of wheels and tires with studs. Right. You can save $80 by picking them up from the Tire Rack warehouse yourself. I learned that.
Nice.
Yep. And the Tire Rack warehouse smells fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just walk in there. Oh, yeah.
Tires.
Yeah, and they have like the best forklift driver I've ever seen.
Oh,
that
really?
guy like whips that thing around. Yeah, amazing. Yeah. And
then does he like hammer throw it to your car, like onto your car?
Right. Yeah, just slings it into your trunk from there. Yeah. And on top of that, he pronounced my last name correctly the first time. That doesn't happen very often with me. But yeah. So roughly the same upfront cost as a solid set of wheels and tires for winter for my old man sedan, as, say, a junker Subaru,
Yeah.
right? Then I would have to plate and title and emissions the Subaru.
And tire.
And tire. You're exactly right. And we've seen how well emissions has gone for me in the past,
It's true.
Peter. Yeah.
I'm kind of with you here because
Yeah.
even if it goes poorly
Right.
and you end up with like a towing incident
Right.
and maybe some lift rides
Exactly.
to kind of fill in,
Yep.
like at worst you'll and you'll probably end up recouping a lot of your costs if you put only like, half a season on these tires.
Exactly, right?
You could probably resell them and not
Yeah.
be a complete loss.
Right.
So yeah, I'm with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Also, I'm with you because I'm really curious to see how it turns out.
Yeah. The first icy day, you're getting a text message. It's
I know.
like, get in here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah. I just pull up like sideways on your street, like, and you're like, how did he get the car that way? Like,
Just crabbing right down the center of the
Yeah.
street.
yeah. So,
I like your idea that you had a lift kit. I think you should definitely put a lift kit on it, and let's just go Safari
M45.
Infinity.
That would be hilarious.
It
and
would be
good.
hilarious.
See if I could fit like FX45 suspension on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be great.
It would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
And just change it out every season.
Right, there you go. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it takes me such little time to change wheels,
Right.
Like, the weather's going to be nice for like a week and a half. I put my fucking Summers back on today.
Yeah.
Or yesterday, but
Mhm.
yeah, like,
So have you been driving around with the studded tires?
No, not at
Okay.
all. I haven't done mile 1 with the studded tires.
So you have 3 sets of
I have 3 sets of wheels
Oh,
right now
wow.
for the Infinity. So I have the studs and they're on 17-inch wheels.
Uh-huh.
And so the sidewalls are like 7 inches tall. They're like,
Yeah.
seeing tires that big is so weird right now, right?
Right.
Yeah, we're so used to low profile tires. I haven't put them on yet to see what they'll look like. But like they were like the lower end tires that I could get from wheels from Tire Rack.
Mm-hmm.
They look great.
Yeah.
They look fantastic.
Yeah.
I got some of those tire totes that Tire Rack sells.
Oh, nice.
Those like things that like Velcro over the tire. They got a handle.
I need some of those.
Those are only like $40 and they're perfect. Why is my voice so high right now?
I don't know.
I'm very excited
I
about
know.
it.
I need some of those too.
Yeah.
So 3 sets of tires.
Yes.
So
yes.
is your tire strategy then going to change moving forward? Like when you start replacing, are you going to go more aggressive with your summers and maybe go like a track tire for that, and then do like maybe just an all season to kind of like all the other times?
Yeah. So I'm not sure. That's a really good question. So as far as like when the studs are going to be on and off the car, it's just going to be based on watching the forecast.
Right.
Right. I figure, I can plan for most snow outages, right? Or most snow events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thought I had is getting a Yakima roof rack, like the wire cage bucket, and just ratchet tying at least 2 tires up there.
Right.
Because like let's say I have, like just normal tires on the front, like all seasons on the front. And then I swap out like studs on the rear if I need to or something.
Right.
Right? I don't know.
Or just right side.
Yes. Or like a rally driver, they'll do one side up front and
Yeah.
the other side in back.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Which is an insane strategy.
I know. I can't even imagine what that would
Right?
feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. But with weather and everything, I think I'm going to try just paying more attention to all that stuff. Right?
Mhm.
So I'll put the studs on when I see something coming, okay? And they're not studs that it's like every tread block has a stud.
Mhm.
They're spaced out, but I think they're going to do the job,
Yeah.
okay? They're like the Firestone. They're like the only ones that Tire Rack would sell for my car.
I really want this strategy to go like to an absurd level to where you end up just like towing a trailer full of your own tires behind you.
Well, I think there's some gravel on the road. Let me get out my off-road tires.
You just stop in the highway before like
yes.
before like a pothole is like
Yes, absolutely. Yes. I am certainly overthinking it. So I have the stock Infinity wheels that still have the Michelin Excise 3s and then a pair of Blizzaks that need to be replaced. Those are done.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my summer set up with the Indy Firehawks, right?
Right.
I will not go more aggressive on a summer tire, period. Like, I like the Firehawks mainly because I drive so much for work. I need to be able to chop through rain when it happens.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So rain, well,
that's what I'm saying. Just get a good set of all seasons.
Right.
You get like those Continental like DWs.
Right.
And then do the studded tires for snow, and then you can have like a dedicated track set.
Right.
For the track.
The problem is my good set of wheels, the lightweight wheels, the aftermarket ones, are the staggered ones that have the Indy Firehawks on them right now. My stock wheels, the heavy stock wheels, are the ones that have the crappy winter tires on them.
Yeah.
So I would have to like change my good wheels to an even better setup, and then put different tires on the stock wheels. And I don't like the way the stock wheels look, and drive around those every day. And then I don't want to buy a fourth set of wheels. And yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm just going to kind of.
So you don't want 4 sets of wheels. So I think the obvious solution here then is to just get 6 sets of wheels.
6 sets of wheels. I'm a person that when I take brush to canvas, I don't have the picture that I'm making in mind.
Right. And also there's no canvas visible left.
Right.
There's no negative space. It's all paint.
I am just painting. Yeah. So we'll see where this weird tire journey takes me. And you can
I'm going to get a phone call in 3 weeks. I'm done with the tires.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm buying an Escalade. Right? Because, okay, so I have a friend of mine. His name is Lenny, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. Lenny is one of those people that you meet that's just generally good at just about everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Like, he can cook. He brews beer at home, and other people say it's good.
Right.
He's pretty athletic. He's a great bike rider. He's an outdoorsman. Like, there isn't something that Lenny could come to me and tell me that he knows how to do or learned how to do, where I'd be like, no, bullshit.
Right.
He'd be like, I learned how to throw clay on a potter's wheel this weekend. Okay, like, totally believable, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think I am at that point with you as to like what my automotive actions are. I don't think I could tell you something car related and you would not believe it.
Right.
Like, if I legitimately texted you that I bought an Escalade, you would believe me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would also not be surprised if I came over and looked in your garage and discovered that you had started the process of turning the Vigan into a snowmobile.
Right.
Okay, yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Right.
We're doing that this week.
Yeah. Snowboards duct taped to the back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This checks out.
We're doing that this week. That's a really good way to phrase it. Yeah. Oh, it's very hot in the blanket for it. I have very warm socks on. I'm taking those off.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, this is the part of the show where it gets gross and we talk.
Those are big socks.
Yeah, I get chilly feetsies, man. I'm a big boy. Blood has to go all over the place. Up here, down here. There's only so much blood, Ian.
You remember when you had me try on your Fitbit and you were like, why is your pulse so high? I was like, because you're like a fucking blue whale. Like you pump and then the blood takes like 6 minutes to get all the way around.
Oh, buddy.
Also, I'm horrendously out of shape.
Yeah.
I have a garage update as well.
Okay. All right.
By proxy.
Okay.
I have an update about the dead pedal racing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about your father's dead pedal racing team.
Right. So some of you may remember that way back in April or May, something like that, earlier this year, the Maserati Biturbo met a sort of unfortunate end.
Yeah.
In Watkins Glen. One of the drivers, who I am also related to, definitely crashed it in like kind of the most terrifying section of that track on turn 9, where the wall is very close.
That was certainly oh God, I'm so glad everyone's okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. But they have, I don't have any pictures, updated pictures, There is a new Maserati by Turbo.
Okay,
With
all
a
right.
lot of the, I think a lot of the some of the stuff from the old one and some of the learning of the mistakes and stuff transferred over.
Yeah.
Bigger turbos, more power, all this other stuff. There's
And lighter, right? Your father said it's lighter.
It was supposed to have been lighter, but I think I have a theory as to why it's not lighter.
okay.
But I don't want to get myself into trouble, so I'm not going to say what my theory is. But yeah, so the new car I think ended up being, he said 2,300 pounds wet,
Okay.
which is still pretty light.
That's pretty freaking light. Considering Ted's Roadster was 2,400 pounds and it's made of fiberglass.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a light car. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
have an interior in it.
Right.
But that's with the cage and a full tank of fuel and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's not nothing. But the new one has basically the same setup, but the larger turbos from the 3,200.
Okay.
And it was a show car, and had like fender flares and all this other stuff, and
oh, weird.
they could get bigger wheels and tires on it. So they're running like 255s in the back now.
Okay.
Huge.
Yeah.
But apparently, they got it running the Sunday before Road America.
Okay.
And so Road America was this last weekend, the Champ Car race, and they made it out there. The Sunday before, the morning of the Sunday before, it was not running.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he spent apparently a long time on the phone with the people who sold it to him, trying to figure out why they couldn't get it running and all this other stuff.
Sure.
And it turned out that it was never really running to begin with.
No way.
Yeah. So it was modified, but these early ECU cars, like
Yeah.
when you start messing with that stuff, you have to, because it's electronic ignition.
Yeah.
They didn't actually get it working right, and apparently has like a really funky firing order because Italian.
Oh, wow. It's like 1, 4, 7, 6, 3.
Yeah, 7. What? 5.5? I don't know.
4 and 3 at the same time.
Right. That doesn't even work. So apparently what they're going to do next is, but they got it running with like stock injectors and everything.
Wow. Okay.
Eventually, and ran like a 252.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which was a lot faster than the last time we were there.
Yeah.
With the red car. So yeah, it's going to be quick, and I am going to be driving it at Laguna Seca.
That's amazing in December.
Very excited. Yeah, so if you're in Laguna Seca for the Champ Car race, I will be there as well.
Yeah.
I'll be the one making bad decisions and getting in your way probably. But it sounds like it's kind of a handful now. It sounds like boost comes on like
now. A switch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they're going to it turns out that they found another guy in like Europe someplace who is doing kind of the same thing with these, and he figured out how to make a Haltech, like like those custom ECU ignition systems work with that, which would be awesome because that then means you can do all sorts of like telemetry and data gathering and stuff too when you have that standard ECU. So that would be cool.
Wow.
And apparently, my dad said allegedly that Maserati knows about them.
Okay.
Like Maserati of Italy knows about them and are like kind of psyched about it.
Okay.
So yeah,
Nice.
Interesting developments. We will keep everyone posted.
Yeah.
Dead Pedal Racing is the name of the team. There's a website that I'm ostensibly in charge of.
Yeah. I'm sad I'm not going to be able to make it to the race in December, but yeah. I wish you luck, good sir.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
And because apparently it's now like instead of being a momentum car, it's now a point and shoot like super fast car.
Yeah.
Which I'm psyched about.
Right. Yeah. I think that matches up with our driving styles.
It definitely does. I mean, that matches my driving style.
Yeah, that turn hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Yeah. No. That's going to be awesome, man. Let's see. I have another garage update.
Okay.
I've done more work on the old man sedan.
Okay.
Ian, I can see clearly now halfway. I did my headlights. I did a headlight restore.
I've always wondered about that because I need to do that on the Saab as
Yes,
well.
yes,
'Cause
I
the
can
Saab is
help
pretty
you.
bad.
Yes.
Was it just super tedious and a pain?
It was tedious, and my back started hurting because of how much I was bending over.
Yeah.
So here is my headlight before. So I used to have those clear vinyl protectors on the headlights.
Right.
Then
I remember
whenever
that.
they resprayed the bumper, for some reason they took those off of the headlights. I don't know why. Maybe so I'd be like, hey, I don't know, I need my headlights fixed now. I don't know. Right? So the adhesive stuff left this gross stuff that pitted the plastic, and I can't.
Yeah.
I tried magic erasers, I tried tons of stuff, couldn't get it out. So I was like, well, fuck it, like it's not going to get any better, right? Like if I mess it up, then I buy a new headlight.
Right.
So I hit it with the 3M kit with the drill bit thing. The only hard part was this corner down here. I had to do that bit by hand.
Yes.
Infinity headlights are weird and curvy, you know.
Can you get small ones for like a Dremel to get those like little corners and stuff?
I bet you could. Yeah, but it was actually easy enough to clean that bit by hand.
Okay.
Yeah. So you start with 350 grit, then do 500 grit,
Oh wow.
800 grit, and then you hop over to 3000.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I did like 12 passes of the 3000.
12 passes?
Yeah.
Of just the 3000?
Of just the 3000. Yeah, I did a
Wow.
lot of passes to make sure it was okay.
Wow.
So then here is after, I think this right here is after 500 maybe. Yeah, so it's completely fogged, right?
Yeah.
And then here is the finished product right here. After spraying, you do a clear coat after that.
That looks awesome.
Thanks, man. Thanks. You can, if you get close to it, you can see just a touch of orange peel with the clear coat. So I overdid it on the second pass of clear coat.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Huh.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Thanks, man.
Does the overall look of the car, like, do you notice a big difference?
It looks new. It looks new.
Right.
Yeah. So since it took, I did this on Sunday. Since it took so long to do that one, I'm driving with one good one and one bad one.
Oh,
now.
really?
Yeah. So like we can go look at it if
Yeah,
you
I
want.
want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I need to just find time, this weekend to do the next one.
Yeah, I've been looking at the Saab ones actually just recently. And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I got to do this.
If you just buy the refill packs, or if it's easy to take the headlights out of the Saab, then that would be even easier because then you wouldn't worry about the little corners and stuff. You just do it. Yeah.
I'm sure it isn't, but I'll look at it.
For mine, I would have had to take off the front bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that's what it's like in the Volkswagen. It's a pain.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I need to get mine replaced too because I got
Cracked.
I went with the glass.
Yeah.
Because it was
As you
basically the same
should. They
thing.
look great.
They look awesome.
Yeah.
And I had them for a couple of years, and then they finally cracked. One of them finally caught a rock and cracked. But
Yeah. Well, I think since your car's so low, it's not that you caught a rock. That's just ground.
oh,
That's just the floor.
yeah. I did today. I had to go. I was at the laundromat.
Yeah.
That's what I do now.
Yeah.
And I went in, and there was no speed bump. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then it was like one of those one-way parking lots. And then I looked, and I was like, there's no way I'm getting out of this parking lot.
Oh,
It was like
way.
a huge parking curb, and it was like one of those ones where like it had like sunken in on either side a little bit, so it was like really big. So I was like, I'm going the wrong way down this. I hope no one cares, but there's no way I'm getting out of here.
You just had to break the law.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry, I'm a bad citizen.
What you should have done is gotten into your trailer, put your new suspension on your VW, driven over. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But I would do, if I did that, it wouldn't be me putting on the news. I would also have a pit crew. I would also have a mechanic back there to do it for me.
You just blow a whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
I have an FMK cars for you.
Okay.
I have a couple. They're not related to anything,
Okay, that's fine.
but I've been driving a lot, and I thought of one.
All right.
Ian,
Mm-hmm.
this one doesn't have a title, but I think you're going to get where I'm going. All right. So since I've been driving so much, my car doesn't get very good gas mileage.
Yeah.
And in an email exchange with my buddy Mark, he's kind of getting me thinking about car efficiency in a different way,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this,
So after you're done with tires, it's gonna be a Prius.
yeah, exactly, right?
Okay.
No. Yeah, I'll let other people offset my carbon footprint with the car. I don't know. But it got me thinking about miles per gallon.
Okay.
Okay? So this you get 3 cars, but there's a miles per gallon catch for each of them.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. First up, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm going to give you a Ferrari, one of my favorites, a 575. Okay? Now, the catch with this car, Ian, is that the rate of gas mileage of this vehicle is 10 city, 17 highway.
Is it really?
Yep.
That's horrendous.
Okay?
Okay.
The catch with this is you have to drive it in a manner where you get, so it's 10, 17, 18 miles to the gallon in the city.
What?
And 30 miles on the highway.
30?
30 on the highway.
How would you even do that?
You would put super slippery tires on it.
Yeah.
You would have those pumped up to like 118 psi.
I'd have that glorious hood scoop taped over.
Yeah. And you would be not even getting near 2,000 RPM with it.
Insane.
Okay.
Insane.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Next car, Ian. Next car. I'm going to give you, this is something we haven't really talked about on the car show. A Genesis
Mm-hmm.
G80.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay? That is rated 19 miles to the gallon city, 27 highway.
Okay.
What you'd think of for a big coupe
Kind of what I thought.
or a big sedan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You have to drive it so that you get that mileage.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
1927.
I think I see where this is going.
All right?
Yeah.
Lastly, Ian,
What do I get to hoon?
you get to hoon A, toy, Yoda, Prius,
Yeah.
C.
Yeah. I kind of thought that's where this was going.
You cannot drive it. So
Uh-huh.
this is I love the way this one's rated because its rating is flipped. It gets more miles per gallon in the city than it does on the
Right.
highway.
Right.
So it's 48, 43.
Uh-huh.
You cannot get more than 20 miles to the gallon in it. So no matter how you drive it,
Right.
you cannot get more than 20 miles to the gallon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I crushed the Ferrari.
Really?
I think I marry the Prius and I drive the Genesis for a day.
Okay. All right. You would marry the Prius.
Yeah.
Okay. You would hoon a Prius C.
Yeah, I think owning the Ferrari and knowing that I could never drive it.
You have golden handcuffs on.
Right. That
Right.
would drive me crazy.
Okay. Oh,
But-
I haven't been.
But
showing
like
people these
beating beating the shit out of a Prius every day
pictures. Right.
would bring me a certain amount of joy.
Right. Even if even on your grocery store run, you would have to drive it insane.
Have you driven with me before?
Have we met?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I could do that.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be a problem for me.
And so knowing that compromise was
Yeah.
so great for the Ferrari,
Yeah.
you would crush it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I love it, I have to set it free.
I think you're right.
Literally, so last week I was in Oklahoma City for work,
Yeah.
and my associate and I split a rental car, but we were in different hotel rooms. We were
Okay.
in different hotels. Different
Uh-huh.
hotel rooms, of course we were. But different hotels.
I would hope that the organization does not make you shack up.
Yeah.
All right, and we could only get one queen bed, so you call Big Spoon now.
So anyway, we were at different hotels, so I had to pick him up before we went to our meeting. And I had a Toyota Camry, which
Okay.
had a physical parking brake, but it was the foot pedal.
Yes, this is what my girlfriend and I rented when we went to see the Sequoias.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy said, "I think you'll be impressed," and my girlfriend said, "Depressed." Yes.
Anyway, so I showed up. Keep in mind, this is a work associate who
Yes.
does not care about cars whatsoever.
I love it when you do these kinds of things.
I showed up at the parking lot. It was a brand new hotel, so the parking lot was completely empty. And I was like, "Oh, awesome!" And I didn't realize he was sitting outside. He was sitting outside, and I went, and just like parked like right in front of him. And I saw him there, and I rolled out the window. I was like, "Get in!"
Nice. It's very easy to spot Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just like and slowly walked towards the car,
Yeah.
towards his impending doom.
Yep. Yeah. You at a rental car is truly a special thing.
They're like the greatest creation on the planet.
Magic happens.
Yeah.
Magic truly happens.
It's
You
true.
in the Nissan Quest is probably my favorite.
Why? Let's see how fast it goes.
121 miles an hour for one.
Allegedly.
On a track by other people.
If they would have let us take that on Road
us.
America, we would have 100% would have.
Absolutely, we would have. And it is way more capable than people give it credit for.
Well, dangerous.
121.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like it was going to fall apart.
No.
Right?
It didn't. In a straight line, it felt fine.
Right. Yeah.
Anything less than a straight line, it was just going to fall over.
Right. But isn't that course just corners and straight lines, Ian?
I think that's what all of them are, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you and the Nissan Quest, there was a special magic that happened with that one.
It's true.
Because I think it was so bad / good
Right.
that you just went beyond even caring. So it was like foot emergency handbrake turns
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, but that's literally what I do in every rental car. Man.
I think this one was extra though because
Yeah.
it was a van.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more funny.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's just an extra sauce to it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I did have a lift experience.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You had two.
Yeah.
One, I'm disappointed in you, Ian.
I know.
You were picked up in a Honda Cross Tour,
Yeah.
and you didn't ask the person all the questions.
I tried to start, but then it was a lift line, and then someone else got in, and she had just gotten back from doing aid work in Africa, and it felt weird to be like, let's enough talk about the Ebola. I want to know about the Honda Cross Tour. Like, I can't do that. That doesn't work.
Or won't.
It won't. Shame kicked in.
Oh, yeah.
Because I saw it pop up and I was like, oh.
Yeah, and you texted me immediately.
Yeah, like, what should I ask him? Like, I want to know everything.
I said you should just tell him that your stop is at the blanket fort and we need to bring him in for a hot impromptu sesh.
Yeah.
And it's his fault we're abducting him. There's
You
victim.
made it. We don't want to do this.
You made us do this when you bought the cross tour, mister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I got out of him how long he's had it, and that was as
Yeah.
far as it got, and then we picked up the next person in the lift line.
Where were you sitting?
I was in the front.
Okay. Was it just like an Accord?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like a higher sill, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like an Accord.
Okay.
It didn't really feel any different.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Okay.
It was fine. Honestly, I ended up being engaged in the conversation, so I didn't really pay attention to it.
Oh, right on.
But I did have. So for anyone who's lived in Oklahoma,
Uh-huh.
there are kind of like we've talked about. Maryland enjoys talking about their crabs.
Right.
Did you know that they have crabs in Maryland?
What's this now?
Yeah, and they make cakes out of them.
No.
It's true.
The devil you speak.
In Oklahoma,
Uh-huh.
they also have certain
Meth.
things that they like to talk about. One of which is tornadoes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So we got in this very nice lady's Passat.
Okay.
It was a brand new Passat. Like
Okay.
Brand new.
Okay.
And so we were talking to her about the car, and
Yeah.
she started talking about how it's her very fancy car,
Okay.
and how she tells people that it's her one of a kind Passati, because she claims that it's the same as the Audi A5, which is pretty close, and so that it's such a nice Volkswagen that it's actually a Passati. So it was like a verbal car stanza.
Yeah.
Which I've never encountered before.
Yeah.
So that was already pretty interesting. And then she then started talking about tornadoes.
Okay. Right.
Because she detected that we were from out of town.
Sure.
And so Oklahomans are legally obligated to mention tornadoes at least once.
Get it.
She ended the ride by literally recommending that we watch the movie Twister.
Oh my God.
Which is like, it's like that movie was a big deal for them because it was shot in Oklahoma and the whole thing, and it was about Tornado Alley and all that. But it came out 20 years ago.
Yeah, and Bill Paxton is dead.
You killed him with your shameful talk about Twister constantly. Stop it.
He lives on to spin in the tornado alley in the sky.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Not a good run for the Twister crew.
Helen Hunt, was she in that?
She's still alive.
Yeah. Yo, I know she's still alive.
But yes, she's in that.
Okay, yeah. You can't belt yourself to every fence, you know?
Makes sense.
That's what they do in the movie.
Well, I know, but what is that even?
Ian, when have I ever said anything that means anything? Yeah.
This one's going well.
It is.
Anyway.
It's like I had one meal today. Yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of tornadoes in Oklahoma because I'm from Missouri and I'm like, that part of the country gets a lot of tornadoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Missouri is like, geez, man.
You got it with all the tornadoes. One of my first memories of as a human being is being in the basement hiding from a tornado. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Thankfully never had one touchdown close. Yeah.
This has been a pretty long episode already.
It has.
I think we're going to cut a lot of stuff. So
We're not cutting a thing.
Well, no, we're not going to actually do any work. That's not what
okay.
I mean, we're just not going to get to stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So why don't we finish up with the voicemail from Henry?
Absolutely.
And then we'll wrap it up, and we got lots to talk about for next time.
Okay. All right, let me pull
This has been podcasting about podcasting.
Yes. Our buddy Henry left us a voicemail. Oh, God, I downloaded it.
Let's listen to it.
Let's listen to it.
Is it that top
One? Where is it?
It's
there
the
it is.
top
It's
one
the
right
one
there.
labeled voicemail.
It says voicemail.
Let's just double click it. Here we go.
This is Ian and Dave.
Hello.
Use a computer together.
This is Henry calling again.
Always good when you forget your name.
Ian, you have to understand. He's in shock from whatever he saw. We have a voicemail compilation of people. The first 10 seconds of all these voicemails are people questioning the very fabric of reality as it surrounds them.
Right. But I like also the idea that we have created what we're referring to as like a welcoming space to say, here, come share your trauma and
yes.
and your troubles. And then I immediately just come right in with the fire.
And what do? I give him the carrot while you give him the stick.
Right. We've talked about this. These are our characters. These are our personas on the show.
Let's listen to Henry. Oh, God. What's happening? Why isn't it playing, Ian?
Hello. So this is Henry.
Hello, Henry.
Calling again. So this car I have just spotted at the parking garage for my college. Silver BMW M3 E46.
Okay.
It's kind of like tunered out. I think it has it has rims and stuff and all of that. And on the front of the windshield, on the bottom of the windshield, is written the word Saucin apostrophe SAUCIN apostrophe in script lettering. And after the discussion on the Booty and Pizza Mustang, I think the Saucin M3 might actually surpass it in some way. So I just thought you guys should know about the Saucin M3. All right, bye.
I want our next voicemail to be somebody that sees like pepperoni written on a car. So a Saucin M3. So
what if these are all people that are related to each other?
Right.
And the next one is going to be crusty.
Right.
Like we're slowly assembling a pizza.
Right, and the outcast of the family has deep dish written on their car. The black sheep.
Yeah. No, I agree. I am in favor of the window sticker with just words trend.
Right.
The windshield sticker trend. I think it's because it is so dumb.
Right. Yes, it's hilarious.
Yeah. It's so dumb that it's great again.
It comes back around.
Right.
It's car eyelashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, Saucin, I am allowing it because I am only imagining that this person is dressed like Chef Boyardee every time they drive the car. And then whenever you see them, whenever you catch their eye at something, you go, "Mwah!"
I just like that there's so many other like douchey words that they could have put on their car,
right.
And they just took a sidestep and went with Saucin. And it's not offensive. It's not too vulgar.
Right.
It's not, it's not somebody driving around with a shocker sticker on their car.
Right.
It's Saucin.
It's going to be really great when next week we have to be like, I'm sorry, a younger person has informed us of the true meaning of Saucin. I apologize for anyone who was listening and was terribly
some
offended.
Awful Urban Dictionary term.
And we're like, look at this upstanding young gentleman. Look at this. This is awesome.
Not only did they endorse white power, but incest with koala bears as well.
It's gonna be the equivalent of that really famous drill tweet. Ever heard that or seen that one?
Which one's that?
I think it's upon where he says issuing correction on a previous post of mine regarding the terror group ISIL. You do not, under any circumstances, quote, gotta hand it to them.
Nice. I just hopped on our chat and I see Nick Lindy is there. Hello, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
Thank you for putting up with whatever this was
Yes.
this week. Oh, my God.
Oh, and he says Saucin is a Post Malone song. See, us old timers, we don't know.
I just learned what that was. What that is, a Post Malone.
Is it something that you mail a Malone?
I wish it was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going with pizza. I'm going with he's an Italian chef. He's a sous chef.
Yeah.
And he's going to the culinary program at Henry's school,
specializing in bouillabaisse.
And he's gonna be a sous chef.
Yeah.
And he's saucing.
Instead of truck nuts, he has 2 saucepans.
Yeah.
2 like little
There's
saucepans.
wooden spoons. It's got 2 wooden spoons.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And his horn says, "That's a spicy meatball." We're both hungry, is what this means.
I think you're right. We should get.
I think we
pizza.
should stop and go get some food.
Oh, so hello, Nick. Yes, thank you for coming by. Yeah.
I think we did a car show.
I think we did a car show.
Mostly it was a car show.
Yes. Yeah. Chris, we miss you.
Yes.
We will always miss you.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I hope you continue to be saucin'.
Yeah.
In your future endeavors.
May your future endeavors be a saucin'.
Saucin' and booties and pizza. And let's show the people out on a Chrispatch, a classic Chrispatch.
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's just leave the people, like as CBS this morning, they used to like, we're gonna leave you with the songbird of of Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then you'd have like this nice like Sunday morning sort of calm thing to look at.
Yeah.
We're gonna do something similar.
We are.
We're gonna say, find everything you need to know about us at TeamClearCoat.com.
Absolutely.
Go back and watch the episode with Ted Parks from last week.
Yeah.
Because that was really good.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna leave you with just an image of.
We'll do a slideshow.
We'll do a
slideshow to the outro
slideshow
music. Yeah.
of the rare North American
Chrispatch. So we love you, everybody.
Goodbye. Tweet, 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 tweet. Babbling Brook. Tweet, 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 tweet. Babbling Brook. Tweet, 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 tweet. Is that meat?